Hello everybody, welcome back to Barging Free Life on a Narrowboat, and this week's topic is about a new crew member.
Ta-da!
Okay, so we're very much about exploring this lifestyle, being a constant cruiser, and the question is, can you have, if you like, a normal life on a boat if you're a constant cruiser? By what do I mean by that? A normal life? I mean, the things that you have on land in a flat or a house, can you have a similar standard of living and lifestyle on water?
And one of the things that we had in a house,
yes,
that we've wanted for a long time on a boat, is a putty cat.
Well, animal companion, I think, is the correct PC phrase.
Animal companion. Well, I was actually, as those of you watching some of our early videos, I was actually up for a doggy. I wanted a Chihuahua.
So,
but I got somewhat outvoted. Can you be outvoted in a relationship of two?
I think so, yeah. That works. Yes,
Alan was surprisingly firm on not having a Chihuahua.
Yes, or any kind of dog. Now, a lot of boaters do have dogs that they serve as companions, and some of them are very good guard dogs as well, very protective of their environment. But as much as I love all animals, dogs need walking, they need constant attention, and I've always been a cat person.
And they need their poop cleaning up.
Pardon?
And they need their poop cleaning up.
Yes, poop. Yes, that's absolutely right. Dogs do poop a lot, don't they?
Indeed.
We were up in. So the problem is also we've discussed is it wise to have an animal companion?
Animal on a boat, right?
On a boat, you're on water. And of course we hear stories of people's dogs falling in and cats falling in.
Yep.
And this leads us to a tale not so long ago, maybe 8 weeks ago. We were elsewhere on the London canals up in Perivale. There was a lovely young couple more behind us, and they had a little kitten. And they brought the little kitten out, and the little kitten slipped into the canal.
Yes.
Right?
But it did have a happy ending.
It did have a happy ending.
The human quickly scooped up the little cat and
right.
whipped it back. But it did rather bring home to us that we would need to be very, very mindful if we chose to go the cat route. I'll be honest, this is one of the reasons I was thinking about a dog. I would say in general, if you can be there for your dog and you're up for walking and really having that lovely deep relationship that you can with a dog, it's probably better suited to a boat in that they don't mind moving. No. And you take them out with you, don't you, for a walk?
That's right. No, they're transportable.
Yes. They don't mind water.
No, they don't mind travelling to other places. They're adaptable.
And actually, also, if you are a lone boater, perhaps particularly if you're a female lone boater, a big dog can be a real asset. I know lots of my female friends who've got a dog for that very reason. But I would say for us, we're in a different situation. We wanted an animal that would still give us a lot of freedom, that we could leave for a few hours and she'd be all right, or he. And that's why we, in the end, went for a pussycat instead of Chihuahua.
Back to the story of the little kitten that
we
fell.
wandered off.
We did. We wandered off.
So the kitten fell in the canal. The kitten survived. There was a happy ending, but
so then we started to hear stories about a type of cat called the Turkish fan. Are well known for their ability to swim in water. They're called the Turkish fan because Lake Van is a lake in Turkey, and the cats around there go in the water and they swim.
Right.
This would be fantastic.
Right,
and
ticks
then,
all the boxes.
Lo and behold, we heard of somebody with 5.
Lo and behold, actually after days and hours and weeks and months of research, and behold, by me, we came across.
And weeks and months of resistance by me,
a Turkish fan. Well, she's actually not a Turkish fan. She's a mixed breed. We will be introducing you in just a moment. She's a mixed breed. I'm not, generally I would rather buy a pet from RSPCA or a cat charity, which I would generally always do. In fact, we always have. We worked for the RSPCA at one point. We were cat fosterers, so we are big cat people.
That's before we moved
on a boat. Yes, cat fostering would not really work on a boat, perhaps, but that's where you take in excess cats that the RSPC can't cope with.
Of all ages, kittens, older ones.
So that's our past history with cats. So I'm very pro getting cats from charities to support homeless cats. But in this case, when we weighed up a cat that really took well to water, that would be a lot safer on water, it seemed like a Turkish van would be a good way to go. And then wonderfully, after months of research, or maybe weeks, I could be exaggerating.
She likes to exaggerate.
Well, never spoil a good story with facts. That's what I always say. I came across this little one for sale, and she's mixed breed because mummy is pedigree, but daddy, origins unknown, shall we say. Mummy had a wild night one evening, and the result was 6 pussycats. Oh, and 5. She's got
five semi-Turkish fans.
Yes.
Yes.
And because she's mixed with lots of moggy, and she wasn't very expensive, which was rather nice.
So that's what we've done.
Yes.
And the other reason for getting her as a kitten, and this is a piece of advice other boaters have given us.
Yes.
You know, if you start with an older cat may have a lot more difficulty adapting to life on the canals and being on water. Whereas if you get them as a kitten, then that they know this is their home.
Yes.
They're used to the feel of water, the boat swaying slightly and everything else. So that's what we've done, and we've trained her up. She's been inside since she got us. We've had her about 7 or 8 weeks.
I think 7. I think she was born on the 8th of May. I think she's around about 12 weeks old now. And again, I would say generally I would encourage people to take older cats because nobody generally wants the poor oldies. But if you are going to be having a cat on a boat, it's the one place perhaps to start with a kitten because you can train them. They get used to the sound of the engine. They get used to, we're hoping, water. And the fact that you move, because of course we're constant cruisers. So we'll talk a little bit about that.
Yes, but I think we should introduce our new
Yes, I think the time has come. We've kept you on tenterhooks for long enough. Are you ready for the most beautiful pussycat in the whole world?
Okay, her name is Lucy.
Lucy! Here we go. Here she is with her favourite toy, this little mouse. I'd like to assure all viewers that this is not a real mouse. We have not tortured a mouse for the sake of these videos.
That's right.
Hey, Lucy, say hello to everyone. Oh, that almost was a wave, wasn't it? Isn't she adorable?
Well, most of the time she's adorable.
Yes.
She had a few gastric challenges, which are not too pleasant, especially late at night.
And she's quite bitey, as you can see.
And she's teething as well. So cats have 2 sets of teeth, we discovered. Yes. And she likes to bite. In particular, she likes to bite human beings.
Yes. Oh, ow.
But it's not personal, so it's okay. But anyway, she is delightful, and we're gradually training her. She's been on the boat now. We've had her about 7 weeks, I think, and she's very much used to it, aren't you? There's your mouse.
She's adapting very well to boat life. We have to keep her in for the time being because if you've ever had a kitten, you will know that first of all, they have to have all of their injections, so they're guarded against feely flu and other infections. And also, you don't want to let them out because she has not been neutered yet. No. So we really don't want to be adding more kittens to the world. So we have to keep her in for 6 months before she can go out, which I think is going to take us to something like November. Although she does go out on the stern and the bow, which is kind of sweet. And I did buy her a harness so that we could let her have a little walk around the stern and the bow and really, really get used to a boat.
Yes.
Yes, oh baby lamb.
But anyway, she is learning, she's adapting, and we talk to her a lot, so she understands tonality. That's very important. And she's gradually adapting to being with us humans. So things are going okay. Let's say there have been some difficult
waking
moments.
you at 6 in the morning every day?
Yes, and also mad adrenaline rushes at 11 o'clock at night where she's charging around, because cats are nocturnal. But the secret there is to really play with her and get her puffed out, and then she'll sleep with us most of the night, you know, so it's nice.
And there are things that you want to consider if you are thinking about getting a little cat on a boat. We're not going to cover them all in this video because they're quite a few, but you know, obviously safety is a very big issue. I'm going to just pop her down, just let her play a little bit. Yes, as I was saying, safety is a big issue obviously on a boat. That's really our primary concern. The fact that we live on water is the biggest, because she can fall in. So we really want to train her up so that that doesn't happen, and put a lot of safety measures around the boat so that doesn't happen. But as I was saying earlier, we won't cover all of those in this video. There's quite a lot, and we also wanted to talk about transportation as well, because obviously if you're living on a boat, you're probably either don't have a car or you're a long way from your car. So how do you get your cat to the car to get it to the vets, should you need to, in a safe and comfortable way, when you've got a long canal to walk along? So we will talk about that in next week's video. So tune in again if you're really interested in all those things you need to know if your crew member happens to be of the feline nature.
And that's it for this episode, and tune in for the next episode. We'll let you know. We'll tell you a little bit more about Lucy, and also a fantastic pet carrier that we've sourced. So in particular, you did the research for it.
Once again.
And it's brilliant. And we'll catch up on a few other things probably.
Absolutely. Until then, should we bring Luce in for
here she is.
a quick goodbye?
All right.
Say goodbye, Lucy.
There you, Lucy.
Goodbye. Goodbye from all three of us.
This is Lucy's first go with her lovely lead, and as you see, the concept of walking on a lead. Oh, hang on.
Oh my God, it's her first walk. You captured it.
She has. This is her first walk. Let's see how well this goes. Mind you, she's curious to bite. Oh no, hang on, we've done some slithering now, and this is more like a slither walk.